broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Law & Order Special Victims Unit AfterBuzz After Show.
After show.
Good job. Guys, before I forget, make sure you've subscribed on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Also, check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud. And be sure that you are tweeting at us at hashtag ABTVSVU. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. You can find me online at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. With me, as always, Roya Taheri.
Hello, everybody. I am here in real life.
Yeah, and where can they find you on Twitter?
At Hey Roya. That's HEYROYA.
Awesome. Let's dive into SVU. Padre said, I don't even know how to say it, but that. Padre something.
Boring.
Padre boring. This was, guys, I'm sorry. I love SVU. I will make reference to it on every after show I do here, which can be annoying when it's like, switched at birth, but, and I do make those references.
That worries me about what, are you being like Carl Benson in the middle of something? Like when someone's being touched inappropriately?
Yeah, when I find something inappropriate, I'll be like, this is an SVU episode.
Uncle Lenny is touching Betty. I don't know.
Okay.
Carl Benson.
Before we begin talking about the episode, let's give our disclaimer. Guys, this episode specifically is about domestic abuse and domestic violence, and we want to make sure you guys understand that that is not a joke. That is a serious issue, and if you are being hurt, you should call a helpline that Roya will be pulling up in a moment. But meanwhile, we will be making some inappropriate jokes, which we want to clarify is because when you have such a serious topic, sometimes the conversation gets really depressing, and the only thing to do about it is break that tension with laughter. So we are not at all condoning any sort of violence or abuse. Roya, what is the hotline people can call if they're feeling they need to?
It is 1-800-79... Oh,
that's not it. I don't
this
think
is
that's
a different
correct.
one.
Oh, we have a new one.
Yeah, it's called thehotline.org.
Okay.
And
the hotline is 1-800.
1-800-799-7233.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, it kept popping up being like, donate. I'm like,
we're trying to get your hotline company.
Exactly.
Agency,
we're trying to help you out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's dive in. So we meet Amaro's dad, Nicholas. Nicholas.
I know. I just want to call him Nikolai.
Okay. Nicholas, played by the amazing Armando Asante. I gotta say, such an amazing actor, especially because of how much I hated him. And I hated listening to every time he opened his mouth. The way this character spoke is not the way that Armando Asante speaks, and I found it so freaking irritating.
What's he been in before?
So I know him best from NCIS, where he was Jean's father, and he was Le Grand Oui. He was an arms dealer. Spoiler alert from like 15 seasons ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on, Yael.
Yeah, maybe you guys should watch it. Anyway.
Well, now there's no point. You spoiled it.
Whatever. He's great. He's an amazing actor. He plays all sorts of different people. I hate him as Nicholas.
Yeah. I don't...
Not just because we're supposed to dislike Nicholas who's a bad guy. I did not like the way he's portrayed as a person in general.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on because
Okay.
you have nothing else to add.
I don't.
He's getting married to Gabriella, his new child bride. We meet Nick's sister, Sonia.
I thought maybe that's how they're going to tie it into like an SVU thing, was that she's really underage.
Yeah, no. No, it wasn't an SVU case. It was a domestic abuse case, which I guess can be SVU, but could also not be.
Did you see how they try to change it into SVU a little bit by her being abused by the guy that she was dancing with? Because she's like, and then he touched my breasts.
Right.
And I was like, are you really trying to try really hard to twist this into an SVU investigation?
No, she was trying to explain that the guy her future husband wasn't the one who beat her. The other guy did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And if Amaro explained all of that to her in Spanish, that moment, she has a good memory for someone who had a head injury.
Right. Also, I'm sorry, EMT, but like, you were listening, and you may not know Spanish. I don't know Spanish, but I know enough Spanish to know that that was not a threat, especially the way he said it. It was a very concerned question.
When he speaks Spanish, I just love it.
It's
you? So sexy. Because you don't hear it that often. He says it so, like, fluently. And he's like, you just see his, like, muscles move when he's, I don't know, it's like he's
Roya.
dancing. I know, I'm sorry.
You know who I like when he speaks Spanish? Barba. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because when Barbara does it, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like, that's odd.
That's a good point. I remember that episode where it's more about his backstory.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are you talking about? I didn't know you could do this.
Yeah.
I just thought he was like a white guy.
He is not.
He grew up with...
He's Barba.
I know. Yeah. I'm just saying.
We'll get to Barba. Okay. Oh, I want to talk about him. Whew, my Spanish dandy. I don't know why that's my thing now, but I love it. Shut up. Okay. So we have this whole story with Nick's dad. We really were bored with this episode. And the case itself was really dumb. And the jury was even stupider. Right? Like, we have, 18 people who say they did not see anyone else go down the stairs with her except for Nicholas. And she comes up injured, and he's icing his hand. Okay, sure, circumstantial, but what are you, morons?
You know what? He's probably gotten really tired of doing the pounding. Because, he kept pounding his lawyer, so maybe that's what he does. The fist pound,
The
you going to leave me hanging?
Yeah, I was going to leave you hanging. No, I'm sorry. Stupid. Also... I got so frustrated. Also, I understand why. I understand she wouldn't testify. Like, I get that. She is his future wife, and a lot of times victims of abuse won't testify. I totally get that. Everyone else who didn't like him or who could see this clearly, it just made me sad that, like, Nick was talking about how his mom, who used to be abused by this man, would still defend him. Mm-hmm. That blows my mind. You know what I mean? I don't get it. And I guess it's a thing about, being abused and whatnot. But, like, I don't get it.
I can't answer that for you. You would think that after however long that they've been separated, because he said that his dad left when he was 15, right?
Yeah, he said about 20. They haven't spoken in 20 years.
So that means that the mom and the dad were not together, correct?
Right.
Okay, so there's been 20 years of separation.
Right, and she still would defend him?
It's just weird. I get the daughter. The daughter kind of makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Of course. You're not
but at the same time, the daughter...
You're not going to say stuff about your dad. The daughter never was hit. Sonia was Nick's sister. Sonia was never beaten, and she had a better connection, a better relationship. Also, Nick kind of made mention that maybe she parties too hard. And I was like, that I want to see. Like, that sounds more interesting than where we're going.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Zara, Nick's daughter, who...
Smart. She somehow grabs an iPhone during the chaos.
Gets under the table and calls Daddy for help.
Yes, and yet Grandma is being pulled away into... Why wasn't Grandma fighting and throwing fists?
I don't think she was. I think she was she was trying to get back to the granddaughter.
Yeah.
And got pulled into it. Because she wasn't fighting people.
It looked like a mosh pit was going on.
Yeah.
Like, you come here.
Yeah.
Like, start fighting.
We're dancing.
Like,
yeah.
Like, what? How does that even happen in a fight?
It was...
Especially her age, like the grandma.
Well, she's getting sucked into it.
And the daughter was sleeping on her lap.
Well, we don't know the time span because what we saw as an audience was Nicholas witnesses Gabriella dancing with Javier. Mm-hmm. Javier and Gabriella realize that Nicholas is watching. Javier walks away.
First off, that was really intense dancing.
He was more than dancing.
Yeah.
He was all up in there.
And then she looks at him like, oh, you're not my husband or my fiance. That's weird.
I didn't realize that you're 1.5 feet taller than him.
You're not a wall. What is this?
You're not a short or fat man. What the heck? Yeah.
She probably thought he was on Viagra or something, got really confused.
Oh, maybe. Maybe she was super drunk. Anyway, all we see is that Gabriella walks away and Nicholas goes after her. That's all we see. time jump, I'm assuming Zara is now under the table and Grandma went off somewhere. Like, that's what I think.
Grandma had to go to the bathroom, maybe?
Maybe, or danced or talked to people or went to see what was wrong when Nicholas came up and his hands were all...
I thought it was kind of weird that Grandma was invited to this.
Yeah, the whole...
ex-wife thing.
Right. And the fact that the granddaughter... So, Sonia flew Zara from LA to this wedding on Nick's dad's side. And when he was talking to Maria and he was like, it's my family, and you, like, approve this, they're not together anymore. That's like a weird thing, right?
Yeah, and she must have had some really good extra miles to be able to take the daughter from LA to New York, probably nonstop as well.
Way to pick up on weird freaking details.
I'm sorry, that's all this episode made me think of was weird details and
things that didn't make sense.
Yes,
yeah,
because I didn't really care for the main storyline.
Yeah,
because it was all he say, she say stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was he said, she said, but I feel like we know what happened.
Do we?
Yes.
Did you see anyone go down those stairs?
No.
Then there you go.
Speculation.
Yeah, she might be a klutz. You never know.
Sure. I speculate that he beat her. But I want to say this. Personally, and we talked about this a little bit before, I think that having this story of Amaro reflecting on his childhood and then having to, like Rollins, prove that it was part of a pattern and talk about his abuse, putting it an episode in between the Rollins story and the Amaro story, I think that was stupid storytelling. I think that Rollins' story could have happened either earlier in the season or we could have waited for this story till way later. I think having them almost back to back was bad storytelling and it really kind of made this episode lamer.
Yeah.
It like lost the power of this episode.
I keep saying this entire season so far. I feel like we've seen this kind of episode before.
Yeah.
And at least with last week's episode with the James Franco thing, it was filmed differently. It was shot differently. You saw different sides of it. This one, I did not... It was supposed to show us more of a background of Nick.
Yeah.
Did not... All I got was, okay, he gets his anger issues from his dad.
Right.
Obviously. Oh, and he was really affected by it because he shed a tear. But... that's all I got. No, and I feel like it should have been a lot more.
I agree.
Like Rollins, we got more out of.
Oh yeah.
Even though we felt like she could have portrayed more of it.
Right.
But
we
still got more from that one.
I agree, and I think that the worst part is that this episode was directed by Mariska.
I know, but she didn't write it.
No,
there's a difference.
She directed it.
The acting was good.
Your
favorite, the special guest, Nick's father, Nick
Armand Asante, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Yeah. Senor Amaro.
Yes.
Oh my God. Barbara, you kill me. Okay. Before we get on to the topics that I actually want to talk about, I want to take a moment to thank our fans.
Yay, fans.
Okay. Guys, thank you.
Okay?
Is that okay? Can I take this moment?
Is that okay?
Yeah, please don't hit me. Too soon? Okay. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us, for listening to us complain about episodes and cheer for episodes. We really appreciate it. We clearly love this show so much. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in, streaming, downloading, all that good stuff. We ask you guys to do a few very simple things for us. One, subscribe on YouTube, on iTunes. Just subscribe. That's very helpful. But also on iTunes, if you could rate and review us, that would be amazing.
Do we have any shout outs?
I did not look because I'm a terrible person.
Awkward.
Yeah. But guys, if you rate and review us, what we can do is we can take that to NBC, to Wolf Media, and be like, guys, look how many people love our after show. Send us guests. Send us Barba. Send us Mariska. Yeah. That's what we want. We really want a writer on the show. Tweet at the SVU writers. Tell them they should join us on the show. That's your third. I've given you 3 homework assignments, guys. Subscribe, rate and review, and tweet at the SVU writers.
And then our homework is to actually look at the names.
Yes, and give you shout outs. Great. We'll do our part. You do yours. Right? Good. It's fair. Shut up. Yeah. That's what I'd like. I want a writer in here because we have questions. We do. Okay. Let's move on to the rest of the episode.
Would they be like nice questions, or would they be
more
more
I have nice
like
questions?
Why are you writing it this way again?
No.
In season 4, episode 12, you already did that.
Girl, first off, I tweet them those questions. And second of all, we would be polite to them as our guests.
So we say, so why did you do it this way and not that way?
Okay. I want to talk about this real quick interaction we have at the beginning where Benson is telling Nick that in order to heal, you have to let go. Mm-hmm. And he throws back in her face, have you forgiven your father and William Lewis? What the F?
Okay, the father is a legit question.
Right.
But
William
Lewis was abducted?
Right. Yes.
That's like tomatoes and pumpkins. It just doesn't work.
Tomatoes and pumpkins. Yes. I like it.
But, yeah, those are two different questions.
Right.
And to tie back to that, why is Benson so, like, zen? Like, everything's gonna be good.
Because she has a baby.
Put everything positive out.
That's what babies do.
Forget it.
They calm you down.
I went to therapy. I drink wine. I have a baby.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, let's talk about her drinking wine because this part was, I think, the best part of the whole episode.
Bound chicken. Wow, wow.
Yeah, okay. So Tucker calls in Nick and believes him, which Tucker never believes anyone. Mm-hmm. Tucker's a D word that I censored right there.
Which Benson would probably find out.
Yeah. Nice. Tucker's a jerk. He's a super jerk. And since he started on the show, he has been like the biggest a-hole to SVU specifically. Every episode, anytime he's around, we hate him. He's never a good guy. He got Cassidy shot. Remember? Oh, anyway. But they meet in a bar for some reason. And he hits on her, and she goes with it. And I'm going to say it, guys. I ship Benson and Tucker.
So they'd be Bucker?
Bucker. Or Tenson.
Do you feel the tension in the air?
Yeah. Guys, Tenson. I ship it. I want it.
I agree with you. I feel like he knows life, and he knows what to do. She understands. Like, they both understand the job.
Yeah.
And I think they can keep those separate.
Yeah, and I gotta say, he's kind of a silver fox.
And he was aggressive, too, which is great. Oh, I got hooked.
He got so excited.
No, he was like, wine? No, bourbon.
You want the bourbon.
Yeah, and he just went for it. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
She needs someone to take control.
Oh, I'm so excited. Sorry, in my mind, this went to a great place.
He also kind of reminds me of Stabler a little bit. Maybe because he's tall.
Maybe. I can see it.
And he's got, you know. He's got that bone structure.
He looks great.
Was he in Rescue Me, do you know?
I don't remember.
I feel like he was.
I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much. I did not, until this episode, ever consider how attractive he is. And I think he's very attractive. Yep. Sorry, now I'm thinking about him and me and Barba. Anyway.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You got a little three-way going on in your head? Is that what you meant?
Yep, that's exactly what I meant.
All right, cool. I just want to clarify that for the listeners and the
they got
viewers.
It.
Okay.
Ooh, it's hot in here. Okay.
Oh, help.
Anyway, there was something I wanted to say.
Benson in the air? Oh, not Benson. Damn it.
What?
Tenson.
Tenson.
I butchered it already.
Yeah, way to ruin it. Okay.
It's only been, what, 2 minutes? Yeah. I already ruined it.
Brilliant. All right.
Sorry.
Way back early in the episode, Sunny invites Amaro to go bowling.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
How about we go back one more step? When Sunny and Amaro's dad are talking, and first they were talking, like, Amaro's dad was sitting down in a chair, he was sitting in his chair, and then all of a sudden Nick comes out and he sees Sunny just sitting on this table, like, really excited, and be like, no way, that's so funny. Huh? What?
Yeah.
First off, how do you get so excited that you stand up and you sit on the table?
I'm sorry, Sunny's an idiot. I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm sorry.
So if he goes after lawyers, so...
Well, okay, here's the thing. Sunny made a fool of himself this episode because he got super sucked into Nicholas's thing, and we hear later when they're doing the trial that Nicholas is very manipulative, he's very flirty in any way, and that he had the women, I mean, we saw it, the women on the jury were eating out of the palm of his hand. He's got that charm and that charisma, and I think that that's what he did with Sunny, and so not in a sexual way, but like he is a very personable person. Those are words. Okay. So then the greatest scene ever, where clearly Amaro doesn't want to go with his father. And Benson is like, well, I need him to stay because she's a good boss. And Sunny's like, I got you.
I got you covered. Don't worry, bro.
And then you could see Benson look at Sunny, and I was like, she's giving him such a mean face.
Yeah. Sunny's got that little puppy dog look. Like,
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
What? You got a bone? Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. You know, like, first me? Yeah. Like, he's got that look to him.
Especially without the mustache.
Yeah. It's a mustache.
It's because he's stashless. Stashless Sunny. That's hard to say. Anyway.
New Jersey.
But he invites Amaro to go bowling, and I really, it's weird, but like, I want to see a personal side of Sunny, because I'll speak for myself. I hated him at first, as we may recall. You may watch the earlier after shows where I'm like, I hate this guy. But he grew on us like a fungus, and he's gotten better. But I want to see his personal life. I want to get to know him and like him.
But we've only seen him in 3 episodes so far, like 3 or 4 at most, where we actually get to see him.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6?
Maybe 6.
Like he's walking by?
No, like he was the mop guy in the last episode.
Right.
We've seen him. Oh, remember when he was undercover with the hookers and he started beating that girl?
Okay. That was the 2nd episode, right?
That was a good
No, that was the first
episode.
one.
That was a great episode.
That was when we first meet him.
Yeah.
I'm counting, by the way.
I see that.
Yeah.
He was in Rollins' episode.
Okay.
He was in more episodes that I can't think of, but he's been in a handful.
He was in the one with the homeless guy. So that's 4.
Oh, right. Yeah. You do realize that our fans are going to leave comments being like, Roya, you're an idiot. 6 episodes. Yep.
I'm not the one that can't think of them.
Shut up. Okay. God. Guys, be on my side. Be on my side, please.
That's cool. I can handle it.
Yeah. All right.
Just kidding.
Bucker.
Bucker.
Tenson.
Bucker. Bucker Tenson.
I'm a big fan of that, guys.
Oh, man. Bucker sounds like a verb that they did that night.
Nice. That's a good one. All right, before we conclude this episode, let's talk about the gentleman who wears suspenders.
Yeah.
This is, I want to say, the 2nd or 3rd kind of reference to Barba in this way, that he is a well-dressed, good-looking Spanish dandy.
I feel like there's been more. We just never really caught on to it until this season.
Yeah. Because he does wear a lot of pink.
Yeah. And
he looks great in his suspenders.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a handsome Spanish dandy.
Sure is.
What do you think? I mean, aside from what it is that they're trying to say, what do you think that the reason for all of this is?
He's going to be the first openly gay DA.
Interesting.
And then they're going to kill him off.
Why would you say that?
Because once we learn things about the DAs, they pass away.
I don't like that.
I don't either, so let's not learn more about him. Stop asking for it, Yael.
I want Barba.
Okay, well then stop trying to learn more about him.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Just go.
Just go with it.
Go.
Just don't fight it. Just go with it.
All right, Roya. This is going dark. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have any news this week. I don't have anything.
People have been good.
It's stupid.
Or they just haven't been caught yet.
I mean, the only thing is Stephen Collins and his wife are filing for divorce, but that's not interesting anymore.
Isn't it, though?
Cares. No one cares anymore.
But think about it. Once they're divorced, can't they talk about whatever happened?
No.
Like, once she's separated from him, like, there's no protection.
There's no protection anyway.
I swear there was an episode of Law & Order when they...
So, okay, let me explain real quick. The husband-wife protection is a right. It is not a requirement. So, for example, a wife doesn't have to testify against, like, cannot be forced to testify, but can testify if she wants to.
You learned this all from SVU, huh?
That, and I studied law for a bit,
okay.
remember?
That's right. My bad.
I had a minor in criminal justice? Okay. Because I was like, what can I do to make SVU better? Oh, I'll study it. All right, on that note, let's head into prediction.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
I don't know what that was.
That was a man.
I did not like that. That scared me. Thank you. That's what was missing.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
I like that so much better. The other one scared me. Thanks, Nando.
Well, this has the creepy background music.
Yeah, I like that.
But the AFTERBUZZ TV... Nope. Okay,
No.
I'll stop.
No.
So apparently...
Okay.
This is going to be the biggest twist.
Wait. Before that...
Okay.
Guys, there's no new episode tomorrow. Let's clarify.
Okay.
You have to wait.
Until February.
February?
Yeah.
Is next week February?
Next week is the last week of... Yeah. is the last week of January. So therefore,
it's
February.
2 weeks? 2 weeks.
I guess so. If you think about it that way, this is confusing.
Okay.
Just whatever
This
today's.
is the last week of January. Ladies.
Yeah.
Next week is February.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is February.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So 1 week. And then you won't see us for 2 weeks.
Yes, that's what I.
Because we're a week after. I see. Way to freak me out, Roya. Freak me out. Okay. So we have a rape victim who who fingers the wrong person, possibly. What? Fingers, like to point. Get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter, Roya. How dare you? Okay. Anyway, so there's a victim, and she's like, that guy did it. And her father apparently kills that guy because...
Who says fingers the wrong person? Who says that? It's gonna point the blame at the wrong person.
SVU does.
There's no verb that covers that whole thing.
Yes, there is. They say it all the time. Shut up, Roya. Okay.
I've never heard say Betsy.
I'm going to find...
She fingered the wrong person.
Yeah.
She never said that.
Yes, she does. Girl, you clearly have not watched this show. Clearly. I can't even talk to you right now. Anyway, her father kills the guy because he's going to get away with it. And then we find out that he may not have been the perp anyway. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
All right. And then there's the biggest twist we've ever seen.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
She's pregnant with that guy's baby.
That's not a twist.
That's gonna be the twist.
Okay,
she
wait.
was raped. I was right, by the way, for my prediction of last week.
What was your prediction?
That he did it. The father did it. I guess technically we don't know.
Wait, what? This week?
For last week's prediction.
Sorry, your prediction about Amaro.
Yes.
But Nicholas.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep it simple.
Okay.
She was raped, but it was like the second, like they've had sex before, and she was pregnant before she was raped. Before the baby's daddy was killed.
You're gonna keep it simple by being super complicated.
Yes.
Okay. We have also Benson saying to someone, "Welcome to SVU." Here are the options of what I think. One, because of our theories about Barba leaving at some point because they keep giving us info, that possibly we're getting a new ADA. Or I want it to be Tucker, that the date he had was to tell her that he doesn't want to do IA anymore and he wants to do real police work and he's going to join the team.
I don't think he's gonna go backwards.
Shut up.
But I do think he's going to be more hands-on with this.
He's going to be more hands-on.
Yeah.
Hands-on Benson.
Yep.
Bucker.
Bucker. Hashtag Bucker. All night long.
Yes. Oh, man.
Disclaimer, guys.
All right. Just a reminder, there's a hotline that you should call. We gave it at the top of the show.
Yeah. You should rewatch this episode to find it.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're sorry that Roya lost her mind.
Who says they fingered the wrong person?
SVU does.
In that manner.
Shut up. Why don't you tell them where they can follow you on Twitter?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can find me online and yell at me. That's great. I really complain on Twitter. I want to read your complaints.
Just don't finger her the wrong way.
On Twitter, at Yael Tygiel, that's YAELTYGIEL. Also, I'm on Yael.tv, that's YAEL.tv. There you'll find all the shows I do here on AfterBuzz, including the brand new King of the Nerds after show, which you should definitely check out. Grim Constantine switched at birth. I think that's it. All right. We'll see you in like 4 weeks. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun dun.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.